Hi sweetheart, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Yvette Tazifor, and on this channel I post faith-based content to enhance your relationship with God. So welcome. If this is your first time, thank you so much for stepping by. But if this is not your first time, as I always say, you're a blessing to me. Thank you because you keep coming and coming. So today I want to start with a question for you, sweetheart. How often do you think of eternity? Sweetheart, the highest time that you can make here on earth can be 120 according to the Bible, but you're going to spend forever in eternity. And as we all know, eternity is either you'll be in heaven or you'll be in hell. And I want you to understand something. One day your heart is going to stop beating and you're going to have to move into eternity. Where are you going to spend the rest of your life? It's really important that you understand that the decisions that you make now is going to determine whether you'll be in hell or you'll be in heaven. Here on earth you have many choices, but in eternity it's either hell or heaven. And the relationship that you have here with God is going to determine where you're going to go to when you eventually die. So I want you to understand something. If you love Jesus, you accept his forgiveness, you accept his salvation, you accept his love, then you're ready to spend life with God in eternity. But if you reject God's love, you reject Jesus' love and his salvation and his forgiveness, just be ready to spend the rest of your time in hell. So it's really important that you know that, and we have to understand that we prepare for where we go to at this point in time of our lives. It's not when you eventually die that you make a decision to where you're going to go to. It's now that you're alive that you make that decision. Sweetheart, when you truly understand that your life here is just preparation for when you will go to eternity, it's going to help you to limit some of the things that you do. There's some things that you do that you will not do them any longer, and there's some things that you're not doing that you have to start doing. So this life is just a preparation for when you will make it to, like, for where you're going to go to. So because like when a child is in his mom's womb, it's preparing to get into this world. It's the same thing when you're in this life. You're making preparations to go to eternity, and it's your preparations right now that's going to determine where you're going to eventually be. So we really have to be careful. This is just a wake-up call, just to remind you have to live every second of your life with eternity in your mind, because it's really important. There's an illustration that I actually saw on the internet that I want to share with you. The person actually used the rope, but I'm going to use a belt. So it's just something that I have. So I pray that you understand exactly what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to use this belt to illustrate what I'm trying to say. See, your life here on earth is from here to the end of this place. So now, eternity is from here now to the rest of this belt. Please just bear with me. Just understand what I'm trying to say. So if you live this particular life anyhow, sweetheart, that is going to determine how you're going to live this one. So you really have to be careful. And some of us, we focus so much on this one and then we forget about the eternity part. This one is just preparation for where you're going to go. So sweetheart, your life does not end here. When you die, it's just a transition into eternity. So you have to be careful. Don't only think about your life here. Also think about what is going to happen to you when you eventually die and where you're going to go to. When you always have eternity in your mind, you're going to use your time and your money very wisely. So, sweetie, imagine that God tells us right now, like he just sends a memo that I'm going to come in like 24 hours. The things that you're going to do in that 24 hours are going to be so different. You'll not say, I'm going to the shop now to go and buy food, or I'm going to, somewhere to go and just relax. No, you start going to meet someone that has, you've wronged, to beg for forgiveness. You start, getting closer to people and all that. Why? Because you know that the time is short and the things that you have to do, you have to really choose them wisely. It's the same thing. You have to live every day of your life like Jesus Christ can just come. So if you live like that, I promise you, your life is going to be better. You're going to be really preparing for eternity, because it's something that is really tribal. It's forever. This time, highest, as I said, is 150, but the rest of it is forever in eternity, hell or heaven. So it's now you make your choice. So I just pray that you make a wise decision as of now. There are things that you have been doing that you have to stop doing, and you know them. There are things that you're not doing that you have to stop doing, so that by the grace of God, we are all going to make it to heaven, not hell. So Paul said in the Bible that I once considered these things important, but now I see them as worthless because of what Jesus Christ has done. So there are some things that you have to consider unimportant because of what Jesus Christ has done. The highest standard most of all thing of eternity is when someone dies or when we are at the funeral. But sweetheart, you have to keep thinking of it every time. As you do so, it's going to affect the way you live your life. So sweetheart, if you like the video, please click the like button, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, please go right there and subscribe. Just click the subscribe button and you're subscribed, and please share with others and drop a comment. Any addition, I would so be happy to have any addition from you. Drop it at the comment section below. So have a wonderful time. Know Jesus Christ loves you no matter what you're passing through in life. Never forget that Jesus Christ loves you and he's a friend that sticks closer than a brother. Have a blessed week. I love you, but Jesus Christ loves you more. Mwah.